This week, the economy revs back up to full speed with a variety of measures scheduled for release: inflation, housing, economic indicators, and more. Before we begin, remember to like this video and subscribe for more economic updates. First up is the Producer Price Index, which measures price pressures among domestic producers for goods and services. On Tuesday, the Labor Department is expected to report that headline PPI increased 2.2% year over year, a tenth of a point slower than March. Annual core PPI, which excludes volatile food and energy prices, is expected to show a slight deceleration. Economists project that metric to land at 2.3%, also a tenth of a point slower than the pace set in March. The following day, Wednesday, the Labor Department will be back to bring us up to speed on the Consumer Price Index for the month of April. The consensus estimate says annual headline CPI rose 3.4% last month, a tenth of a point less than in March. As for core CPI, that's projected to have risen 3.6% year over year, which would be 0.2% slower than in March. While that's still well above the Federal Reserve's target rate of 2%, it would be the slowest rate for annual core CPI in 3 years. On Wednesday, the National Association of Home Builders will release its Housing Market Index for May. The index, which measures sentiment among builders of single-family homes, is expected to come in at a reading of 50, which would be 1 point below where it landed in April. The next day, Thursday, the Census Bureau will report on new residential construction numbers for April. The consensus call is for a big gain in housing starts last month by 9.4% month over month to a seasonally adjusted annual rate of 1.45 million. Shifting gears, the National Federation of Independent Business is expected to report Tuesday that its Small Business Optimism Index fell to 88 in April from 88.5 in March. If that's where the index lands, not only will it mark the fourth consecutive month of decline, but it will put the metric at its lowest level since December 2012. It will also mark the 28th straight month the index has come in below its long-term average of 98. The March survey found that inflation was the toughest problem facing business owners, with 25% identifying it as the single biggest obstacle to running their operations. Finally, we'll hear from the Conference Board on Friday when it checks in with its leading economic index for April. Economists expect to see the LEI dropped yet again last month by 0.3 of a point. That would match the decline in March and mark the 24th time in the last 25 months the index has fallen. That's a lot of important data coming out this week, so make sure to join us on Saturday when we wrap up what actually happened. This is Devlin Steele for Augusta Precious Metals, signing out.